Use of classroom rules. It is important to have clear classroom rules and expectations for the students from the start. If you follow and enforce them consistently, you will receive some benefits that include the students will know what to expect and they will understand the learning tasks better. Things in the classroom will run more smoothly with less confusion. The students will have a clearer sense of what it takes to perform. Clear roles will help promote the cause and effect relationship between actions and consequences. Without clear expectations, it will create practical problems and an environment of uneasiness in the class that will lead to confusion and frustration with expectations clash. Clear rules will intentionally promote the teacher's expectations, and the expectations will then help the class interpret events and actions as examples or non examples of things that are making the classroom better. Use of classroom routines. A classroom routine is simply a well rehearsed response to a teacher's directive. Classroom routine must be taught and practiced in order for them to be effective. Sometimes during the day you may want to implement a routine, such as beginning of the day, entering and exiting the classroom, labeling papers, signaling for quiet and attention, emergency drills and procedures, asking questions, and dismissal. Before establishing specific routines, you should discuss with the class why they are important and even let them help create them. When establishing these routines, it is important to make sure the students understand the reason for the routine, clarify it through modeling, allow opportunities to practice the routine. Do not overwhelm them with several routines at once, and you may need to revisit some routines if necessary. Routines work particularly well with younger kids, but even at the high school level, I still find myself using classroom routines. One of the big ones is when the student comes to class, there are a few warm up problems already on the board for them. They know that as soon as they get to the class, that is what they are expected to be doing as I take roll and get going for the day. Another routine that I use for some of my classes is for them to get their textbooks out of the cabinet at the beginning of the class and return them at the end of the period. We practice this from the very beginning of the semester to make sure that they understand what my expectations are when getting and returning books. Conflicts in the classroom. Conflicts can and will arise in the classroom. A teacher should be prepared with strategies on how to handle them. There are four ways to handle the conflicts that will arise in your classroom. The first is a no nonsense approach. This approach is basically a knock it off approach that reminds students where they are and that their behavior is not tolerated. The teacher makes no excuses for disruptive behavior and maintains high academic expectations for all students. This approach should not be used in serious situations in which the conflict may escalate. The second is a problem solving approach. If there is a conflict, there must be a problem. This approach allows the teacher to help the students come up with a resolution together. There is no power struggle between the students and the teacher, and this produces creative ideas and helps students build stronger relationships with each other and their teacher. The third one is the compromising approach. With the compromising approach, the teacher listens to the students and helps them come up with a solution that is appealing to both sides. This approach encourages each child to agree to disagree. The last is the smoothing approach. The smoothing approach accommodates the concerns of other people first rather than one's own concerns. Oftentimes, the kids' conflict are relatively unimportant, so just direct attention to other things. This is an approach to help keep things calm and reasonable.